Give you my heart.
Okay, in this video we are going to learn map function, filter function and lambda function. So let's start with the map function. Okay, so I will be explaining this by example. So write a def and I'm giving a name as a splicer like this, and I'm passing one string inside it. So my and then string like this. Okay, what I have to do is if my string's length is divisible by 2, then I have to print, I have to return even. And if it is not divisible by 2, then I am simply returning first digit. Okay, first character, sorry. Yeah, if, then what I have to write is if length like this, and I am passing inside of my string like this, and if it is modulo 2, like it is equals to 0, then what I have to do is just return even. So what I am returning is even like this. Okay, now so for else condition, what I have to write in else condition, else, and I'm returning the first character, therefore add my string, I'm returning a first character, therefore 0. Okay, now let's pass any list inside it. How can you pass list? Then if you want to pass a list, then you will have to use a map function. So for I'm creating a list of names which is equals to, so for my name is snare, then comma, I'm returning nd, and I'm third name I'm returning eu like this, eu. Okay, so now what I have to do is using a map function, I will be passing this whole list and I'm storing in some list. So in storing in, I want to print it in the form of list, then that's a special method named as list, inside which I have to pass a map function. Therefore, so how can I write the syntax of map? Just by writing a map, and then inside it will hold two arguments, which one is the function name, so write a splicer, and comma, first is the list name, second is list name, so write a names. I want to print this in the form of list, so what I have to do is just write a print like this. Okay, let's see. Oh sorry, something happened, my string or length, oh sorry, yeah, I have to write here instead of where, because then only I have to convert, it will convert into the list which is equals to 0. I think it's perfect. Print that what, not all arguments converted during the string. Okay, my string, then my string modulo 2 is equals to 0, and oh sorry, yeah, I have to convert it first, then only I can divide it by 2. Okay, that's my mistake, sorry. So I had returned something list, I had printed that list, right? Now let's go move up into the filter function. Okay, so let's create a one function that checks whether it is divisible by 2 or not. Okay, so let's check it by writing def, then therefore I'm giving a name as check number. No, I'm writing a name as check even. Yeah, it's better name, right? So I'm passing as argument num, and what I have to do is I have to return num modulo 2. So num modulo 2, which is equals to 0. Okay, now what I have to do is write off, I want a list of function, right? I want to pass here a number, I have to pass a list inside this number. So what I have to do is I'm writing my list. Therefore I'm writing a list which is equals to my list like this, and I'm passing here 1 2 6. So for 1 2. Okay, now just write I want in the form of list, therefore I have to wrap it into the list and then simple map. Then what I have to do is simple, it holds two arguments, which is first a function name, so check even, and oh sorry, I have to write inside the bracket, yeah, and comma, I'm passing my list, so my list like this, and I have to print this whole list. So what I have to do is print like this. Okay, now let's check. See, it will print in the form of false, true, true, false, means whether it is divisible by 2 or not, means it will return the boolean statement. But if we use a filter function, let's check what will happen, something miracle. Okay, if I use a filter function, then I will return values that are divisible by 2 instead of boolean values. Okay, so this is the miracle of filter function. Now let's go on to the lambda function. So I will explain this lambda function using an example. So let's create one list. So for my num list, I'm creating a my num list which holds 1 to 6 numbers, 1 2 3 4, like this. And what I have to write is simple. I have to map it up, and inside that I will be using a lambda function. So what I'm doing is map, and as you already know in the above examples, what we are going to pass first as a first argument, what we pass, the function name, right? So I have to pass here of lambda function, so I'll just write lambda. Its syntax is first lambda, then what you have to write, then which type of arguments you are passing, like I'm passing as a num, and what type of return, what type of values you are returning. So I'm returning, say for num square, right? So or num and square, like this. I'm returning this type of function, right? I don't have to return here because it by default inside a lambda function that after the colon it will return num square, as we wrote. If here I wrote 3, then it will return cube. So let's, for now I'm writing the square. So I'm passing the my list here. So my list means my num, okay, and I'm printing it in the form of list. So what I have to do is just write a list, because I have to print in the form of list, and just write a print. Therefore it enables us to print something. Okay, so let's check whether it's working. See, it will return the square. So it's the main use of lambda function. Hope you had learned about the map function, filter function, and lambda function, and don't forget to share it. Okay, hope we will see you in next video. Like a Hellcat.